Now it's time to get cooking. What have we got for us this morning, Ed?
We're making a wonderful dish here. This is called chicken fricassee. Big in the 70s, was invented in the fricassee.
And what does that mean in simple terms?
It kind of means in one pot. It's a chicken stew.
Oh, okay, yummy.
It just sounds that much more sexy in French, doesn't it?
It does,
What are we having? Chicken stew? Chicken fricassee.
Yeah,
okay, first thing we've done here is brown off some pieces of chicken, okay, in a little bit of butter. And that's all you need to do. Just in a large casserole pot, brown off your chicken, put that to one side. Next thing, I'm going to add some vegetables, okay? Yeah. Into that, a little bit of celery. And a lot of people say, oh, I don't like celery. Do you like celery?
I'm not a huge fan, but I know it's a big part. This is what my partner told me. It's a big part of kind of the seasoning.
It is. It's creating a cocktail, okay, of flavours. And the celery, the onions and the carrot, okay, classically known as a mirepoix of vegetables in French cookery. And a mirepoix.
Okay.
And those combinations just work together. So it's a bit like, you know, when you have a delicious cocktail, you might not like sort of swigging the spirits out of the bottle, but once you combine everything, creates a wonderful flavour. And we just soften down these vegetables a little bit in the pot once we've browned off the chicken. Then the chicken goes back straight in over the vegetables, okay? And the next thing we do, you can either, let's lose this baby here, you can either pour over stock or water. I prefer pouring over a little bit of chicken stock, just gives it a bit more flavour. We pour that over.
I love a stew. It's so kind of hearty.
It's very hearty. And do you know what I think is nice about this one, the fricassee, is the fact that it's quite light. It's perfect for summertime. It's a really, it's not a big heavy stew.
Could you use like, you know, lamb or beef or to make it heavier?
You could use turkey. Or chicken, or guinea fowl if you can get it. It's very, very nice. So we just let that bubble away. Then we're going to add another thing, a bouquet garni, this is called. So it's a little bit of thyme, a little bit of parsley and a bay leaf, all tied together into the pot that goes. Pop that in, and then we cook that for 90 minutes, okay? Once that's cooked, let's bring that off now. We can lose that.
This is quite a nice little cheap dish as well, isn't it?
It is. You know what you can do? What you can do, and I'll pick it up from... You can use leftover chicken. You can do that. So we've now got in here, if you imagine you've cooked that for about 90 minutes, you strain it off, and we've got these lovely chicken pieces that have been cooked, and then the vegetables. So you take the chicken out, strain it off, you've got the stock and the vegetables. Into here we're going to make what's known as a roux. So I've got some melted butter, a little bit of flour goes in there. We stir that together. Just cook out the flour lightly, and again, classical terminology, this is known as a blonde roux. You get different shades of roux.
I quite like that.
This is a blonde one. Okay, and into that we now add the sauce.
So that's just flour and butter, and then
flour and butter, and then we pour, when we strained off everything, you know, we pour in that stock back over, and this again, classic, these are all French terms because it's a French dish, it's known as a velouté sauce. A chicken velouté. Lovely sounding words, aren't they? It's such a lovely language. I mean, we all...
Much better than chicken stew.
I know, we all were supposed to learn it at school, and I think most of us didn't listen, but there we go. That goes in there.
Oh, it really smells delicious.
You bring that up to the boil, okay?
Yeah.
And then into that, we add these wonderful vegetables. So you cook that out a little bit.
And you put mushrooms in there, I saw.
Yeah, we've got some mushrooms as well. So you can add the mushrooms later. You don't really need to fry them off. And you cook that down, and this is what you get, this lovely, silky textured sauce. Really delicious. So we just bring that up to the heat. Now, into that now, we start adding everything back again. So we've got our vegetables, so we put some of those in there. Just in they go. So that's the carrot. There we go. And give them a good stir. And we've got some lovely seasonal vegetables as well. Over there we've got some peas and some broad beans. And for me that gives it that real summertime feel.
Yes.
Now while I'm doing that, Emma, I need you, because also to finish this, we're going to combine in this bowl with a whisk the egg yolk and the cream. We just combine that together. I'm going to put these broad beans. I love broad beans.
I love broad beans, but I don't like peas.
You don't like peas?
No.
That's strange.
I know.
Most people like peas. What, have you always not liked peas? Or?
Never liked peas.
Really? Do you like these fellas, though?
Love those, yes.
The thing about broad beans, always remember to shell them. Yeah, just give it a little work together. Just nice and gently. So it's an egg yolk and double cream in there. If you didn't want to use double cream, you could use yoghurt or you could use creme fraiche.
Creme fraiche.
Lovely.
But cream's probably just...
In go the peas. Into here now. Sorry, Emma, but you're going to have to dig through the peas.
That's okay.
I'm not going to deny this dish the peas. Give that a stir. Now, we put some of that chicken back in.
Right.
So, let's use a spoon
So you don't bone the chicken, it just goes in with... Oh, I quite like that.
You basically, if you were doing this dish with and you had some leftover chicken, it's at this point you'd add the chicken and then make sure you cook it out properly. Give that a lovely stir. There we are. And you can put a little bit of fresh parsley. That's perfect, Emma. That's perfect.
Yes, great.
We're going to add that. How are your knife skills? I want a little parsley, a little bit of tarragon. Tarragon and chicken. Wonderful. Wonderful combination.
Like
so if you chop that up, just chop that up. Now, this combination, the cream and the egg yolk goes in, and we just add that to the sauce. That lightens it up and slightly thickens it. A little bit of lemon juice. Check for seasoning, salt and pepper, and we can start plating up the dish now.
Okay.
So a little bit of rice we go on here. So let's have some lovely spoonful of rice. I like it served with rice. In France, often they serve it that wonderful wild rice.
Oh, yeah.
Which is from the Camargue, you know, in southwest France. Very, very nice. So here we go.
Let's get tasty.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Then, this is a very homely dish. Okay, then you've got this wonderful sauce with all the vegetables.
Okay, let me...
So we've got some chicken there. Chicken there. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready,
Here we
ready.
are. Little fresh herbs on the top, just sprinkly all over. Tuck in. Try a bit of that. That's it. It's great fresh. It's great with leftovers. A wonderful supper time dish.
Broad beans are so good with it.
Delicious.
Lovely, delicious fun. As always, you can find Ed's recipes plus many more on the website at gm.tv.